It was a quiet morning in a sleepy little village in Cornwall. At 7 a.m., everyone was busy with their day, except Stanley. He was snoring away. 8 o'clock. Still asleep. 9, 10, even at 11, he hadn't stirred. Most days, Stanley wouldn't roll out of bed until noon. His wife named Lily didn't mind. She'd walk over to the village shop and grab eggs and baked beans for his breakfast. The shopkeeper's name was Malcolm. He was Stanley's old friend, so he never asked them to pay. But one morning, Malcolm woke up feeling grumpy. He rubbed his eyes and grumbled. "Why do I work hard at 6 a.m., while Stanley sleeps all day and still gets free food? This is not fair. If he wants breakfast, he should earn it." Later, Lily popped into the shop. Malcolm crossed his arms and said, "Tell Stanley, no more free food. I'm building a room next to my house, and I need help carrying stones from the quarry. If Stanley wants to eat, then he needs to work." Lily told Stanley. He groaned. "Oh, come on. Those stones are way too heavy. I always say, if luck wants to knock, it'll come straight through the door." Stanley decided to go for a walk. He wandered up a hill, gazing at the clouds, and feeling peaceful. Then, he heard a shout behind him. "Stop! Stop!" When he was turning around, he saw a horse charging toward him. Its rider was shouting, and trying to slow it down. Stanley didn't think twice. He leapt forward, grabbed the reins, and calmed the horse. The rider was an old man with long white hair. He climbed down and said, "You may be slow to rise, Stanley, but when help is needed, you show up. That's true kindness." Stanley smiled. "I just try to rest well, eat well, and stay out of trouble." The old man nodded. "Today, you've truly helped someone. And for that, I want to give you a gift from above." Stanley blinked. "Gift from above? What does that mean?" "When a blessing finds its owner, it belongs to no one else. Come with me." The two walked up the hill together. At the top, the old man pointed to a big rock. "See those flowers? Beneath them a wooden box. Inside is your gift." Stanley knelt beside the big rock and gave it a push. It moved easily. Underneath the flowers, he found 4 wooden boxes. He opened one slowly, and gasped. It was packed with gold coins. So were the second, third, and fourth. He turned to thank the old man, but the man had vanished. Stanley slipped a few coins into his pocket. He carefully closed the chests, put the flowers back, and rolled the rock over them. That much excitement was enough for one day, so he flopped down under a tree and fell asleep. When he woke up, his belly was growling. He scratched his head. Was it all real? The horse? The old man? The gold? But then he heard a jingle in his pocket. He reached in and felt the coins. It had really happened. That evening, Lily visited Malcolm at the shop. She placed the shiny coins on the counter. "My husband sent these. We'll take eggs, lamb, rice, onions, and some coffee." Malcolm stared in disbelief. Where did Stanley get gold? Come by tomorrow afternoon, Lily smiled. He'll tell you the whole story. The next day, Stanley shared everything. He wasn't even sure if it had been a dream or not. But Stanley, Malcolm asked, why didn't you bring all the boxes home? They were far too heavy, Stanley sighed. I'd need horses, and I don't own any. He smiled and added, I always say, if life wants to give, it'll give. And when it does, it'll shove that gift straight through your front door. Malcolm had an idea. I've got horses, Stanley. Tonight, I'll come to your place, and we'll bring the treasure home. You take 2 boxes and I'll take the other 2, deal? Stanley agreed. They all were very excited, and Lily was cooking a special lamb dinner that night. When he returned to his shop, Malcolm couldn't stop thinking. Why share the gold? He thought. The horses are mine, Stanley's just a lazy dreamer. I could use all that gold to build a mansion. So, instead of meeting Stanley, Malcolm went alone that night with horses and some men he paid. They reached the hill, rolled away the rock, and found the 4 boxes. Open them. Malcolm barked. There was nothing inside, just dust and rocks. Furious, he shouted. Stanley made a fool of me. I'll teach him a lesson. The men loaded the dusty boxes, and dumped all the dirt and stones outside Stanley's cottage, and blocking the door and windows. Then they left. The next morning, Lily tried to open the door. Stanley! Wake up! The door won't move. Stanley groggily got up and pushed. Nothing budged. That morning, he tried the window, and it creaked open just enough for dozens of gold coins to spill onto the floor. Lily gasped. Stanley! Malcolm did come last night. Stanley shrugged. Maybe so. But all this fuss has made me hungry. How about a nice omelette? Later, Lily went back to the shop, and bought fresh clothes and food for both of them. Then gently placed 10 glowing coins on the counter. Malcolm stood behind his shop counter and stunned. It was the second time in 2 days his jaw had dropped. What happened? He asked. Lily smiled gently. We waited for you till midnight. I got worried when you didn't show up. But this morning, everything came through the door. Surely, you gave us more than half. It wasn't me, Malcolm said quickly. Who else could have left gold coins at our doorstep? Lily asked. Malcolm was silent for a long moment. Then he said softly, Your husband always says, if life wants to give, it'll give. And when it does, it'll push the blessing through the door. The morning sun caught the glint of the coins on the counter. Lily didn't push him for answers. She gathered the groceries, picked up her new dress, and walked home. Stanley was lounging under the tree in the garden, and sipping his ginger tea. Well, he asked with a smile. He still says it wasn't him, Lily replied. But I'm not so sure. Stanley chuckled. Doesn't really matter, does it? The door opened. The coins came. That's gift enough. After that day, Stanley continued his peaceful ways, wandering the hills and napping under trees. Lily kept their cozy little home running smoothly. And though the villagers never saw the old man with white hair again, and stories of the gift from above spread across the land, Malcolm learned something too, not just about gold, but about generosity, trust, and maybe a little bit of magic. He never spoke about the boxes again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more real-life inspired tales, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to English Audio Club, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Your support means the world, and I'll see you in the next one.